affordability? Would you consider looking at cost of living increases? Would you look at means testing? Would everything be on the table?
Well, here's what I think we're going to have to do, actually, in both cases. This is such a hot political issue that it will require serious, this is the one area where it will require really serious bipartisan effort to get anything done. You know, this has been approached and approached and approached in the past. But I do have to, and so what I would do is, let me first say what I would do as President of the United States. I would bring together leaders on both sides and experts and try to put together something that would work on both Social Security and Medicare. But I just have to put one caveat in here. I heard your description about people are living longer. You know, this applies to my own father and yours. You know, people who we still have a lot of people in this country who work very, very hard. And when they reach retirement age, they deserve to be able to retire. And I just think we can't ignore the fact that we have made a social contract with millions and millions of Americans, and we can't go out there and just yank it out from
But what about for Americans, say, who are 50 and younger, the next generation? Could you establish something different for them?
I think there are multiple ways to do it. You know, we could do, one example is we now have a cap on the taxes that are paid. It's about $90,000. And does that cap make sense? Maybe not. Do we need perhaps to, if we're going to raise the cap or eliminate the cap, do we need to have a bubble for middle-income families that earn over $90,000 a year? Maybe. I think there are tools available to us, and we certainly do need to deal with it.
After Iowa, January 14th, the caucus next year, you're doing well in Iowa?
I'm winning there, according to the polls. I don't know if I believe them, but they say I'm winning.
Next stop is Nevada, January 19th. A big issue there is Yucca Mountain, the nuclear repository. You voted against making that a national repository, and then you voted for making a national repository, saying that...
And that's starting to have a familiar ring.
You voted for it before you voted against it.
You said that, not me.
But now you're saying that maybe the nuclear waste should be stored locally where the waste was produced. Is that your position?
My position is that what's happened with Yucca Mountain is there have been serious questions, including the possibility of lying and fraud in the scientific evidence that Yucca Mountain would work. I was always concerned, still am, about this nuclear waste being transported around the country. I think at this point in time it does not make sense to do Yucca Mountain. So the answer is we have nuclear plants. The stuff has to be stored, the waste has to be stored somewhere, so it has to be stored where the plants are, or in the vicinity.
So in Seabrook, New Hampshire,